everyone, welcome back to GK Today. I am Makhana and in this video we'll cover the current affairs. Before we move ahead, let me inform you that these questions are part of our daily 20 MCQ series 2022 in the GK Today's Android application. So if you are looking for the text version of these questions and their explanations along with the interactive quiz, you may consider joining our daily 20 MCQ series in the GK Today Android application. In this course in app, you get daily 20 MCQs, a fortnightly quiz, a monthly revision document, and also category-wise revision e-books that are optimized for reading on mobile. You are also able to access all archives of questions from January 2020 onwards. And let me tell you one more thing. If you want the Hindi version of this session, you can refer to our former channel named as GK Today. The link has been given in the description box from where you can reach to. So without taking much of your time, let's get started. Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 26th of August 2022. Let's start. What is Garbha, which was nominated by India to be inscribed on UNESCO's Intangible Cultural Heritage List? So India has recently nominated the dance form Garbha to be inscribed on UNESCO's Intangible Cultural Heritage List. And the inclusion of Durga Puja on the UNESCO Intangible Cultural Heritage representative was made last year. Okay, so Garbha is basically a dance form. And talking about few more important dance forms, there is Bharatnatyam, which is asked very frequently in your exams. This dance form is from Tamil Nadu. Okay, then there is Kathak. Kathak belongs to the state Uttar Pradesh. After that there is Kuchipudi. It is also very famous and it is from Andhra Pradesh. The next is, for example, Odissi. It is from Odisha, very easy. Another is Kathakali. It is from Kerala state, right? Then there is Satriya. It is from Assam state. Manipuri is from Manipur state. And one last is Mohiniyattam. This dance form belongs to the state Kerala. Okay. So these are the few dance forms which you should remember. Next is India announced the establishment of a working group on transnational education with which country? So India's Union Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan and his Australian counterpart Jason Clare announced the establishment of a working group on transnational education. And this working group aims to build shared understanding of the regulatory settings in both the countries and promote opportunities for a two-way mobility of institution. And the Union Minister has also co-chaired the 6th meeting of Australia-India Education Council. Fine. So correct answer would be Australia. And Australia was also in news few days back because it is the host of Pitch Black exercise. Right? Next is India's first commercial space situational awareness observatory is to be established in which state or the Union Territory? So India's first commercial space situational awareness observatory is to be established in the Garhwal region of Uttarakhand state by Digantara, which is a space sector startup. Okay, and this observatory aims to track the object as small as 10 centimeter in size that orbits the Earth. And this will improve the effectiveness of tracking and identifying the pre-existing resident space object, and also it will be used to create a hybrid data pool. Fine. So India's very first commercial space situational awareness observatory is set to be established in Uttarakhand state. Next is India recently inaugurated the new Indian embassy in which country in the month of August 2022. So Union External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar jointly inaugurated this new Indian embassy in Paraguay country with his counterpart. And this is the first ever visit of an Indian foreign minister to the Republic of Paraguay, which has taken place as the two countries completed the 60th anniversary of the establishment of their diplomatic relations. Fine. So the new Indian embassy has been recently inaugurated in the country Paraguay. Next is, which neighboring country is experiencing its longest ever drought? So a month-long heat wave and record low rainfall have resulted in China's longest ever drought along the Yangtze River, which is the country's longest river as well. So lakes such as Dongting Lake and its tributaries have diminished as a result of the drought, as a result of which riverbeds have been exposed. And low river levels have reduced the ability of hydroelectric power stations in the area to generate the energy. Fine. So China is currently experiencing its longest ever drought. Next is, which country is the host of Ulji Freedom Shield military exercise? So South Korea and the US began their largest joint military drills in the years with a resumption of field training Ulji Freedom Shield in South Korea. And this annual summertime exercise has been renamed as Ulji Freedom Shield this year by the South Korean president, who's that? Yoon Suk Yeol. Okay. So he has vowed to normalize the combined exercises and boost the deterrence against the North. Fine. So the host of Ulji Freedom Shield military exercise is South Korea. And which two countries are involved in this exercise? South Korea and the US. Asian Development Bank has announced to provide $96.3 million loan to improve water supply in which state? So ADB will provide a loan of $96.3 million, which is about 769 crore rupees, for a project to provide the safe drinking water and improve the water supply and the sanitation services in the state of Himachal Pradesh. And this ADB project will connect over 75,000 households to the service, and it would provide uninterrupted water supply across 10 districts. Okay. So correct answer would be Himachal Pradesh. Headquarters of ADB lies in Philippines. Okay. Which is the venue of Mark Expo, which was recently inaugurated? So Union Minister of State for Textile, who's that? Darshana Jardosh, inaugurated the Mark Expo where? In New Delhi. And this expo is being organized by the Silk Mark Organization of India, which works under Central Silk Board under the Ministry of Textiles. Okay. And talking about Silk Mark, it is a kind of quality assurance label that was launched by the government to determine that the product is made up of pure natural silk or not. Fine. So venue of this event is New Delhi. Which Indian chess player has recorded third consecutive win in his career against the Magnus Carlsen? So this is 17 years old Indian chess player R. Pragnanantha, and he recorded a third consecutive win in his career against Magnus Carlsen, who is from Norway. Okay. So he defeated Magnus Carlsen, who is 5-time world champion as well, at the FTX Crypto Cup. And Magnus Carlsen went on to win the FTX Crypto Cup, while the Indian Grandmaster R. Pragnanantha finished at second place in the tournament. Fine. And don't forget that few days back we have seen that Pranav is the 75th Grandmaster of India, right? And he is from the state Tamil Nadu. You have to tell me, from the state Tamil Nadu, he is the Grandmaster of which number? Do let me know in the comments. Next is, which insurance company has launched a unified portal for electric vehicles named as All Things EV? So Indian General Insurance Company HDFC ERGO has launched the country's very first one-stop solution portal for electric vehicles named as All Things EV. And it aims to cater to the needs of existing and potential electric vehicle users. And this platform helps the existing users with information on nearby charging stations, locations of the charging stations, route for intercity commute, and rich content around the maintenance of their electric vehicle. Fine. Next is Mithila Makhana, which was awarded geographical indication, that is GI tag, is cultivated in which state? So the government has recently awarded the GI tag to Mithila Makhana to help the farmers get the maximum price for their produce. Okay. It is cultivated in the Mithila region in the state of Bihar and also in some parts of Nepal. So it is the fifth product from Bihar to get the GI tag, and which are the other 4? First is Jardalu mangoes, second is Katarni dhan, it is a variety of rice, and then third is Magahi pan, and fourth is Shahi Lychee. Okay. Next is, which Indian has been appointed to the United Nations Internet Governance Forum Leadership Panel? So United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres has appointed senior Indian bureaucrat Alkesh Kumar Sharma to the inaugural Internet Governance Forum Leadership Panel, and he is among the 10 distinguished digital governance experts who are selected from across the globe. And also he is a 1990 batch IAS officer from the state Rajasthan and a former secretary in the Cabinet Secretariat. And also he has earlier served the UNDP as the National Project Director for Urban Development and Poverty Alleviation. Okay. So Alkesh Kumar Sharma has been appointed to the United Nations Internet Governance Forum Leadership Panel. Okay. So these are the most important current affairs and the news from today. And now we'll move on to our revision section. So which 3 categories we are covering today? First of all, we'll see important states that are in news. After which, we'll see important ranks and indices. And at last, we'll see few awards and honors. Okay. So let's see some of the important states that were in news. Which company has signed Memorandum of Understanding with 3 northeastern states for oil palm cultivation? So Indian agribusiness company named as Godrej Agrovit. It has recently signed the Memorandum of Understanding with Assam, Manipur and Tripura governments. And under this MOU, the company will be allotted the land across the 3 states for the promotion and development of sustainable palm oil plantations under the National Mission on Edible Oils Oil Palm Scheme. Okay. So this is the company Godrej Agrovit. Vizhinjam port, which was seen in the news recently, is located in which state or the union territory? Actually, why it was in news? Because the government has recently rejected the demand of fishers to halt the Vizhinjam port construction in the state of Kerala. And Kerala Ports Minister said the first phase of the Vizhinjam port will be commissioned by September 2023. And the government was expecting the first vessel at Vizhinjam port in March 2023. So Adani Port and SEZ Limited is developing the deep seawater port as India's first mega transshipment container terminal. Okay. Which state has announced to set up online monitoring system of the medicines in government-run medical institutions? So Kerala government has recently announced to introduce an online monitoring system to keep track of the medicines in the government-run medical institution. And this system aims to keep track of availability and the distribution of medicines basically. And the Health Minister of State Kerala has announced that hospital employees should use the online system of Kerala Medical Services Corporation to ensure the availability of medicine. Fine. Which state is set to set up Swami Atmanand English medium model colleges across the state? This is Chhattisgarh government, and who's the Chief Minister? Bhupesh Baghel. Agastya Malai Hills, which was seen in the news recently, is located in which state? It lies in the state of Tamil Nadu, and it was in news because recently our Environment Minister Bhupendra Yadav has announced that central government has accepted the proposal of Tamil Nadu Forest Department to notify the Agastya Malai as an elephant reserve. Okay, and this is the 5th elephant reserve of the state Tamil Nadu, and overall India has total 31 elephant reserve. Fine. So this Agastya Malai elephant reserve lies in the state of Tamil Nadu. Fine. And also the Agastya Malai hills were in news because recently here one species has been found. Let's see some of the important ranks and indices. Which Indian airport was ranked 13th in the ACI list of the top 20 busiest airport in the world? This is Indira Gandhi International Airport. Okay, and in this ranking, top 7 airports were from USA, and the first position was occupied by Hartsfield Jackson Atlanta International Airport. Okay, and it is from US obviously. So these top 20 busiest airport account for 19% of the global traffic. What is the rank of India in the 2022 edition of Henley Passport Index? So we were at the rank 87 in the Henley Passport Index this year. And which were the top 3 countries? First was Japan, second was Singapore, and third was South Korea. Which state is ranked first in the Niti Aayog's India Innovation Index? So this index was topped by Karnataka state, then it was followed by Telangana, at third there was Haryana, and fourth was Maharashtra. Okay, and talking about northeastern and hilly states, the topper state was Manipur. Okay, and if we talk about union territories, then Chandigarh was at the top in this index. Fine. Which institution was ranked first in the National Institutional Ranking Framework 2022? So this institutional ranking was topped by IIT Madras. At second, there was Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. At third, there was IIT Bombay, and fourth was IIT Delhi. What is Bangaluru's position in the Startup Genome Global Startup Ecosystem Ranking? So in this, Bangalore was ranked at 22nd position. Which state topped in the Delta rankings of Shyam Prasad Mukherjee Rural Mission in the month of June? So for the month of June, the Delta rankings of Shyam Prasad Mukherjee Rural Mission was topped by the state Jharkhand. Which state topped the ranking index for implementation of the National Food Security Act? Answer would be Odisha, then it is followed by Uttar Pradesh and then Andhra Pradesh. Okay. What is the concept of National Food Security Act? Actually, under this, the concept is all people should get access to the basic food for their active and healthy life. Okay. Now let's see important awards and honors. Which state or the Union Territory Police received the most number of awards on the occasion of the Independence Day 2022? So Jammu and Kashmir Police received the most number of awards on this special day. Which Indian politician was conferred with the France's highest civilian award, Chevalier de la Légion honor? So this award is the highest civilian award of the country France, and recently it has been presented to Shashi Tharoor. Who is the recipient of the 2022 Deepal R. N. Jam Dustin Award, which is the highest civilian honor of Ladakh? Answer would be Dalai Lama. What is the name of the common portal for recommendations and nominations of all official award? So the name of this common portal is Rashtriya Portal. Okay. And what is the aim? So as to facilitate the citizens to nominate individuals or organizations for various awards that have been instituted by the Government of India. Sir Winston Churchill Leadership Award was recently presented to which leader? So this award has recently been presented to the President of Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelensky. Surarai Potru, which was declared the best feature film in the 68th National Film Award, is from which language? So this movie has been declared as the best feature film in the 68th National Film Award, and this movie is in Tamil language. J.C. Tyndall Award is the highest award in cinema in which language? This is the highest award in Malayalam language, and recently this award has been presented to the filmmaker K.P. Kumaran. Fine. So these were the most important awards and honors. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions. And at the end of the lecture, do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nuzhat Sana signing off.